What's up everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This video's topic is actually brought to you by someone that watched one of my videos and left me a comment. I told you, leave me a comment down there in the comment section with what you want to see and I will deliver it. So this topic is about sugar cravings after you quit drinking and why do they come about. So I'm going to talk about a lot in this particular video, and I know quite a bit about it, but I also, to let you know, I did my research prior to make sure I provide the best information. And also at the end, I'll provide resolutions if you are having these sugar cravings. Now, these resolutions are great whether you had an alcohol addiction or not. Sugar is a very addictive drug, if you will. They are great resolutions whether you are sober or not. It's a great outlet for minimizing these sugar cravings. So with that said, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe to my channel. New content every single week. I'm here for the long haul. I'm excited to provide all of my knowledge to you guys. Before we get into it, quick little disclaimer. Once again, still won't be a doctor. That's okay though. I do have credentials under my belt. I have been over 4 years sober. I have a degree in kinesiology, which is exercise science, and took numerous health, fitness, wellness classes. I was a personal trainer for a few years. I did weight management research for university and worked with PhDs and masters and doctors, and I'm in a wellness day job right now as well. So I have an extensive background in health and wellness, and I am an expert. I am just not a doctor, and that's okay. I'm not here to make that claim. So why don't we go ahead and get rolling and right into it. And before we do that, I'm going to ask for you to check out my Instagram right there, and let's go ahead and get started. So why do we crave sugar, post getting sober, and how does that process work? First, I want you to consider once you quit drinking, it's really some short-term pain for that long-term gain. So you can push past these sugar cravings. You kind of have to reformat your habits. You have to learn, how to respond to these triggers essentially. But I want you to know that having these sugar cravings, first of all, is completely normal. Think about it like this. There's several reasons as to why they happen post-sobriety. One of the first reasons is, alcoholic beverages have a lot of sugar in them for the most part. People mix drinks, certain beers and liquors and all that stuff has a lot of sugar in it. So it makes your brain accustomed to having sugar. So that's the first part. If your brain is used to it and your body's used to it, it's going to naturally crave it. And like I said in the intro, sugar is very addicting. So that's part one. The second part is alcohol and sugar are addictive. They're both addictive, and what they do is when you have them, they trigger all this dopamine in your brain to want more of it. So when you're training your brain and your body to rely on alcohol or sugar or both when you're having them, it wants more of it, and it's a very natural response. It's called addiction for a reason. It triggers that dopamine in the brain to make you want more of it. And really the third thing is, through repetitive activities, your brain learns every time you drink, every time you have sugar, every time you have it mixed together, whatever it is, your brain learns that it wants more and more and more of it. That in itself can lead to these, reactions to really wanting sugar when you're sober. Now, there's another alternative spin after I've dug in and did a little research on this myself, because like I said, I had some knowledge, but I was curious to find out more. And this really applies to me, because when I drank, it was like hard liquor, no sugar, because I also didn't want to have all those calories. So it was like straight vodka, or like vodka and soda with no sugar in it. That's beside the point. But this is what got me, is it's that treat reward type thing. What I mean by that, when I first quit drinking, when I first got sober, I was like, okay, this is such a huge accomplishment. I can reward myself with, for me, it wasn't sugar, it was pizza. Y'all know that, I'm sure. But it was like pizza every day, every weekend. And a lot of people do that with sugar. So it's like, oh, I get a treat because I stayed sober. I get a treat because I didn't have alcohol today, so I'm gonna have that donut, I'm gonna have that cookie, I'm gonna have that sugar. And you're getting a different type of cycle with sugar rather than with alcohol. So for you, you rationalize it. You think, I can have this because I'm not doing this. We've all done that, and we do it with other things, not just alcohol, not just sugar, but I can bring up a lot of examples. We won't go down that rabbit hole, but it's very true. When you think that you are doing good on this, it's like, oh, Sam deserves a reward. And a lot of times it's in the form of sugar, because that is also what your brain tends to crave. Okay, so now let's talk about ways you can get past this. First, I want you to know it's a process. You have to essentially retrain your brain and kind of deplete it somewhat of those sugar cravings. So not having them as much. But how can you do that? You can manage your emotions to it. You can manage alternatives to it. And let's talk about some of those alternatives. But remember, it's a process. It takes some sacrifice, it takes some discipline. It's something that you have to really want, and you really have to do and practice and put it into your regimen. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Just like with anything, it doesn't happen overnight, okay? So the first one, super easy, is exercise. Exercise can help regulate your blood sugars. It can help regulate your cravings. It also gives you a good boost of serotonin. Serotonin's good for keeping your mind right, keeping you happy, and keeping you on a level playing field with the brain, to where you're not wanting to, oh, I'm sad, I'm eating sugar or whatever. It's gonna boost your mood and give you that extra serotonin. So number one, exercise. It doesn't have to be crazy, just get moving and it will help. Number two, so this one is eat some fruit. So fruit is natural sugar. On top of that, you're getting antioxidants, you're getting nutrition, you're getting fiber, you're getting all these values with fruit that you don't get from the processed sugar. So do a nice healthy replacement. Have a banana, have some blueberries, have some strawberries, something like that to replace the sugar. Because not only are you getting that dose of sugar, you're also getting much more. You're getting the nutrients, you're getting the healthy piece, you're getting the value of having fruit versus having anything that is processed. So this is a really good a really good suggestion to alternate to fruit instead of the processed stuff. The third thing, and you will hear about me talk about this in all my videos, I've mentioned it before and will mention it probably 100 billion more times, is to drink more water. Why should you drink more water is because, a lot of times when we are hungry, it's actually because we're thirsty. We're dehydrated. We need to be hydrated. We need to drink water. What you can do to add that maybe little sugar twist on this type of remedy for this craving is add some fruit to it. Add some lemons, add some limes, add some berries, add a little stevia if you feel the need to, make it a little sweeter. That can help hydrate you and take care of this sugar craving. Now, with that said, I do talk about this in my other video, which is how to start a workout program or how to start a fitness journey, which I highly recommend you guys watching. It has a lot of solid, amazing tips in there. So make sure to check that out as well. But moral of the story, drink some damn water. Our next one is to have these snacks. Take these snacks a different way and have a protein or have some fat. So some suggestions for that: have some beef jerky or some nuts or a piece of deli meat or a piece of chicken, I don't know, whatever it is. Have protein, have fat. Why? They are more nutrient dense and they're a lot more filling. Sugar does make you go up and down, it makes you crash, makes you want more, makes you crave more. But if you're finding yourself hungry and craving something, have a little bit of protein, have a little bit of fat. I love beef jerky and having a few almonds with it as well. It's a great snack and it really curbs your appetite and ties you over, okay? And then the last thing is to have probiotics. Probiotics, you can take them in pill form, but from my research that's recommended is fermented food. So that would be sauerkraut, kimchi, stuff like that you can eat to really help your gut. If you have a healthy gut, you'll have a better mind, you'll have a better brain, you'll have a better thought process. That is based on a lot of research and a lot of people that do recommend that. They called your brain or your gut your second brain. Fun fact of the day that no one asked for, but I gave it to you anyways. So taking care of your gut can really help with keeping your mind right, keeping your cravings at bay. And plus, it's gonna help reset your body. So it's really, really good. So those are how you can help with these sugar cravings. Thanks for watching the video. Lots of valuable content, and thank you for the suggestion on this, my friend that gave it to me, because not only did I get to exercise my knowledge in this area, but I also found out some interesting facts as well along the way. So I do appreciate that. So make sure to tune in to all of my videos and subscribe to my channel, and go out there. Let's kick these sugar cravings together and make it a great day, night, morning, whenever you're watching this video. And thank you so much for tuning in. I'm grateful for each and every one of you, and keep coming back.